Last Minute Man, and we are back here today on the range. I'm with my good buddy Mr. Obvious, and thanks for joining us for our group therapy session. So what are we using for our therapeutic today here, Mr. Obvious?
We're going to use this wonderful AR-10 you brought us out today, a 308 caliber. So
yep.
We're going to put a few bullets down range and see what we can do with it.
And thanks to American Gun and Pawn for building me this rifle. We're going to get it out here, see how accurate she shoots. We do have a Faxon barrel, and I'm just using a basic scope here, just a Vortex Crossfire 2, so nothing spectacular. But we're going to go out here to 100, and then I'm going to take it out to the 400-yard target, and we're going to see how our grouping is with various types of ammo here. So without further ado, let's get to some shooting. I'm going to start out first with some Tula ammo, and it's 150 grain. Let's see how she groups. Okay, Mr. Obvious, point out my shots here and tell us what's happening.
All right. Well, it looks like we got a shot here, here, and here. So we're a little bit over 1.5 inches. And I tell you, with a 7.5, 8-pound trigger and Tula ammo, I'm kind of impressed with that.
I'm very impressed. And let's see how you group.
Safety off, ready to go.
Range is clear. That looks pretty tight, brother. Let's get down there and look at it. Okay, Mr. Obvious, let's talk about your shots here.
Yeah, well, looks like we got one here, and one right here. So we're still about 1.5 inches altogether spread.
And I got to point out, that is the best this IMI stuff has shot out of any rifle we've shot it out of.
So far, yeah.
So that Faxon barrel is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm really digging it. I mean, it is just digesting whatever we feed it. But I think we're done at 100. Let's skate across the way here, and let's get a 400-yard shot and see how she groups.
Yeah. All right. Well, Last Minute Man is gearing up, loading up.
Yeah, I turned around there and had a camera on my face. Whoa!
So we got the gun, and we are way over yonder on that mountainside.
400 yards. We're shooting these 168 grain Winchester white box, and I don't have a high-powered scope here. This is only a 7-power scope, and I'm just going to Kentucky windage this and see if I can even hit that target. So here goes nothing. Okay, I got it. Grass is awful high. Okay, here we go. Here goes nothing. Hit low left.
I hear 3 dings. That's a good sign.
Well, it was half a minute of man, so we're not shooting a minute of angle with that, but that's just Kentucky windaging it and dropping it in there. So let's get up close and look at that, and then I'll let Mr. Obvious have at it.
Well, Last Minute Man's over there doing his group therapy, and also he's going to take the temperature of that steel plate because he just burned it up.
All right, so I'm over here at the 400, and I did better than I thought I did. This was my first shot, and that could just be me, this pulling here. In fact, probably guaranteed is, but the other two, real tight. And the way I was looking through that scope, is the bullet drop compensator. I had a second and third line. I got in between the second and third line and just shot. So I'm kind of picking a space in air and aiming. So now we know if I go to the third line, we're probably going to be spot on. But we're going to let Mr. Obvious have his shot at it. All right, Mr. Obvious is down on the beast down there. And he's going to be shooting the 168 grain Winchester white box as well. So let's get out there, get some shooting. We got the secondary camera zoomed in. Let's see where you hit.
All right.
And we kind of got the bullet drop figured out here, so it's shooting right in line though.
Ready?
I'm ready. Woo! There went your hat.
That one hit high. I used the third line.
Okay. Just stick with what you did there.
I'll stick with it. Third group.
Shoo! I think you missed the last one.
Must have. I was holding in there. That one hit right at the top of the block.
All right.
I was holding dead on it though.
Well, get out there and take a gander. So Mr. Obvious held with the third line, and that seems to be spot on where we needed to be. I believe this was his first shot, second shot, and the third. I think he just pulled. That's not impossible to do with a 7.5, 8 pound trigger. So we're gonna go back for our AAR. And we are back with our after action report. And what do we have to report today, Mr. Obvious?
Oh man, we're going to, I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with this gun. That cheap ammo shooting it, you get a good like 100-day load,
oh, yeah.
consistent load and shoot. I believe that.
I believe so too. And the trigger, again, American Gun and Pawn, Jack up there told me, you want a 4 pound trigger in there. I said, give me a military mil-spec trigger. Okay, open mouth, insert foot. Would be a lot better if I had a good trigger in there, but the mil-spec trigger, you can see with proper discipline, you could get a lot better groups than we were getting, but I'm pretty impressed with it. I mean, really, this is what I'm calling my battle rifle, you know, something that is just a no frills, get out there and beat around rifle. To be that accurate, I'm just tickled pink.
Yeah.
You know, and the scope, frankly, the Crossfire 2 here, the bullet drop compensator spot on.
Yeah.
So I was kind of anticipating that it wouldn't be, but it was. And any pulling you saw there, I guarantee was us. And that's obviously when you got 7.5, 8 pound trigger, you're gonna have that. I mean, unless you're just a real pro like Jerry Michalik or something. But I think he would even tell you that that's problematic.
Yeah,
having a trigger that
semi-auto, man. I'll tell you what, that's good. I'm impressed.
I am.
I was playing with the lines. I think that last shot I pulled, I shot over. I helped that last line hard dead right in the black.
Yeah.
Like I did when the first shot hit high, and I think that other hit just a little bit high and went over the target.
Yep.
So, yeah, that drop compensators are working.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, anything else you want to add to this? I just love this rifle. I'm tickled with it. Yeah. Our next video with this is going to be running and gunning and kind of putting it through its paces, doing some mag dumps, you know, for America. And we're going to do that and kind of beat on it a little bit. So far, so good. This thing has been a 100%er, meaning it has not malfunctioned on me whatsoever at all. And that's shooting that Tula ammo, the IMI, Winchesters, his hand loads. Everything I've fed it, it's digested just fine. So I'm very impressed with this rifle. Can't say enough good about it, really, so far. So let's, next week will be our run and gun with this. Thank you for stopping in for the group therapy session. And with that, everybody, keep your knives sharp, keep your powder dry.
Subscribe to Last Minute Man. Use the comment section below and subscribe.